But I want to go through a couple things here about your avatar that I like and a couple mistakes that I see people making. Okay. And that I think you might have made here. Number one, started with the demographics and age. I know everybody kind of teaches that. We talk about that as well, but don't stress so much in your mind of that age group. I think the profile of the person, like, you know, the wife or the mother that's supplementing their income, the single mom who's trying to make it on her own kind of deal, that's more important than how old they are. You know?
I think that it's also important that you say that I think that you're going after an established realtor already and not somebody who's brand new, right?
Right. You don't want to teach people how to be a realtor. That's a different avatar. That's a different group. It will be tempting for you to try to do that, but then you fall into a bad trap where you're trying to convince people to become your avatar instead of finding your avatar and selling them what you know they already want to buy. Okay.
You know, actually, you make a really good point. The people that I am helping the most, that are getting the most value out of meeting with me right now, are realtors that have been in the business at least 5 years,
Exactly.
most of them 10 plus, and they're realtors that have huge networks.
And but they just want to take their money to the next level. That's where they're having trouble.
They're just not maximizing
Perfect.
their exposure. And then a lot of them right now are interested in social selling and selling online.
That's where we've got to focus on.
This is critically important for you, because I feel like that this is often where you fall off the tracks a little bit. Somebody gets you distracted. Maybe it's somebody who's brand new and you're going to start talking to them, but that's what we don't want you to do.
You're going to have to start saying no to people who are not your avatar. And you're going to have, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're going to set up some social media and some things like that for you and this new branding that we're going to do. And there's going to be people that send you messages that are like, hey, I just got my real estate license. I'm showing my 5th house. I haven't sold one yet. How can you help me? And you're going to have to say, I can't help you. I cannot spend 1 minute on you because I have another avatar. Maybe it's somebody who only made $10,000 to $20,000 in real estate last year and they want to get to 50. There's going to have to be a limit to where you go below, to where you do not create courses, you do not create content, and you are laser focused on the other people. And then you can go back and serve them later once the brand is built.
But I feel like that this is often a question, like, does that mean that people cannot join if they do not fit all these boxes? It does not mean that. If they want to get into your stuff and they want to work it and make it work, that's fine. But you're not going to create free content for them. You're not going to speak to them in any kind of videos you create, anything like that. You're going to speak to the avatar that we've just talked about. But if other people want to come in, you're not going to necessarily stop them.
Right. There's going to be a line in the sand, and you say this is exactly who's allowed to cross that line. And if anybody else wants to come on, hang on for your ride, because you're going to be behind the 8 ball and I can't get you caught up. Okay. So that way we don't get distracted.
It is so funny that you say that, because I came to this, epiphany last night that my time has been so crunched lately, and I am getting way more referrals, a lot more joy in helping these realtors that have been established.
Yep. And
they just need somebody to show them how to, sell themselves more, sell more homes, and also, more importantly, maximize their exposure online.
Exactly. And that's what I was telling you in the forums the other night, that, like, when I watch your content, and don't take this as insulting because I'm very harsh sometimes, okay? But, like,
I already knew that when I signed up with you. I've met you in person and I've seen you guys.
Hashtag no sugar. We don't hold anything back. No sugarcoating around here. Flip Lifestyle.
Right.
90% of the videos I have watched in my timeline from you in the last year and a half are useless or repetitive.
Okay.
And it's because, but it's not because of you
and
or your knowledge.
It's not because you don't have great information.
That's right.
Because you do.
It's because you're not telling anybody anything. You're telling everybody general things. And it's like, and that becomes repetitive. So what we've got to do is we've got to stop just hitting Facebook Live. We've got to stop touching that button. We got to stop posting anything that is not strategically positioned to make you more money. Okay.
And that's how you're going to get your more followers. That's how people are going to share your information, because it's going to be so valuable for them where they are. They're going to share it with other people who are like them.
And you're not going to be spinning your wheels anymore, because the wheels are actually going to be touching the ground with traction and pulling you forward toward an actual goal, which is what we've never had in place for you before.
You just listened to an excerpt from this week's Flip Lifestyle podcast. To listen to the full podcast, complete with the show notes, photos, and links mentioned in the show, click the link on the description below. You can click on these to listen to Shane and Jocelyn answer other important questions about online business from this week's guest. For updates on future episodes, make sure you click subscribe.